What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Negative Degree Podcast. Very late episode of Negative Degree Podcast. I'm your host, not for long with this moniker, DJ Frostbite. Before we get into the topic of today, make sure you like, share, subscribe on YouTube. Get that algorithm. We get the likes up so that way the algorithm shows and it gets showed to more people. Just I know it's a big thing of, oh, it's so negative, blah, 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 blah. It's not always going to be fucking negative. It's going to just be telling stories and shit on here. But, leave a like, share it, subscribe, tell people about it. Follow, add on all social media, aside from TikTok. Everything is Negative Degree Podcast. I'm now using a old Facebook page that I'm going to use. I'm going to switch this over on for the Facebook Live. So if you have me on Facebook, it's going to be a new Facebook page for you. It's going to be an old one for me, but a new one for you that I'm going to be using. So that way my DJ life in this isn't going to be on the same thing. So I don't get shit from people being like, oh, you're so negative. It's ruining your brand. It's whatever. But also, don't forget to join Discord, join the Frozen Wasteland, be a part of the conversation. Yeah, we can have discussions. You can tell me what topics you want to hear. And depending on what they are, if they are offensive or anything like that, then I definitely will talk about it. I will think about doing it. Leave comments, leave questions. You do all that stuff because I am all about having, sorry about this. I'm all about having people's voices being heard. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull it up on Facebook right now, actually. As everybody knows, I stream this through Restream. So everything is on. I'm streaming through YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. So, like I said, please leave comments. Please, please, please join the conversation. All right, got the chat pulled up. Now, topic of the day. I actually got this from a video I saw not too long ago where they asked the question. Well, it was a different question, but if you had a year to live, and one of the questions that was in it was, would you tell anyone? Now, I'm going to do the entire thing of if I had 1 year to live, what would I do? And a part of that is now I will say, would I tell anyone? Probably not a lot of people. I'll say that first off. I probably wouldn't tell a lot of people, honestly. Relatively, barely anybody I would tell. Because here's my thing with it. If I told everybody I was dying, would they all care? And I know that's a sad thing to say because it's like, oh, of course people would care if you were dying. No. I was like, no. People would care, yes. But would they only say it to your face? Would they actually tell other people or shit like that? Because you gotta think about it. There are people that you are around or just in life in general who don't want to see you win. All they want to do is see you fail. Or they talk behind your back. Or they do so many things to make you feel like a shitty person. There are a lot of people like that in this world. I've been one of those people before. But I realize there's no reason of doing that. There's no reason to start drama, start bullshit. And there's a difference between hating someone and then just talking shit and basically being a fucking mean girl about it, as I'll call it. But when you hear somebody's going through something, you automatically go, oh my God, are they okay? Is there anything we can do? I'm like, no, there's nothing you can do. So I'm gonna do this thing kind of like a movie, like the plot of a movie. So, going through my regular day, something something happens or whatever, and then end up going to a doctor, which I don't even do at the age I am now. I don't go to a damn doctor, but go to a doctor, and he tells me, "Oh, you're gonna have a year to live." And of course, you're gonna have that first thing of shock where it's just like, "Oh shit, I'm dying," because that's what everybody thinks is gonna be. But there's gonna be a part of me where it's like, you know what? Fuck it, because I'm a different person. Like I have kind of like that death wish, and I know I shouldn't have it, but I do, because I just don't really care about a lot of things. And it's not a thing of like, oh, you're just saying that just to say that, da da blah blah. Like, no, I legit don't fucking care about a lot of things. Like, I don't care. Like, something could happen to me today. I'm just like, eh, fucking car accident. Eh. Like, I'm not afraid to like die, or I'm not afraid of death. I've lost a lot of people in my life. It sucks. It fucking hurt. And it's kind of trauma from that where I'm just like, hey, if I die today, I die. I'm sorry. Like, I haven't lived that long of a life. I don't have, someone to take care of. I don't have any kids. My dad would miss me. I know that for sure. But, I mean, hey, he wouldn't have to worry about me anymore. He take care of my funeral arrangements. I know it's a very selfish thing to say. I get that. But it's life. But I'd go about my day. I'd tell my dad. I'd tell a few people that I am actually close to, and let them know. But other people, I wouldn't tell them that same day. I'd probably wait like months and months later, be like, hey, I'm dying. Telling a lot of people, no. Because, like I said, the last thing I want is a bunch of people coming up to me and was like, oh my God, I heard this. You know, what happened? Like, you're going to get those questions of what happened? What can we do for you? Da da da, blah, blah, blah. And that's the last fucking thing I want. I don't want to get treated like a fucking charity case. And I know there's people out there who have had cancer or have gone through other things where they didn't know if they were going to fucking live. And I feel for you. You had things to fight for. You had struggles and stuff like that. And, that's just a different type of thing. But with this, it is a thing of, I want to know who would truly be there for me if I was actually dying. So that's why I said it would only be a certain few people that I would tell as soon as possible. Other people, they wouldn't know probably close to when I was actually going to be dying. What would I do in that year? I mean, I'd probably do the same thing I do now. Like, I probably would take more chances in life. I probably would do that. I would take bigger like gigs. I would do, bigger shows and stuff like that. I wouldn't do crime because that's just stupid. Like, nobody wants to die in jail. Um, but I would I would still kind of live my life. I'd probably play like the lottery more and maybe see if I would win, and then have even like better experience, get to go travel and stuff like that. But I think mostly it would just be like doing things that I wouldn't be able to do now. Like, I would probably go to a baseball game for the first time and a basketball game. Um, Go to some concerts. I'm trying to think what else I would do. Um, Excuse me. I really gotta stop. I really gotta stop doing these podcasts right before, like right after I eat. It's- But it's stuff like that where it's very minute, and I get that it is. But it would kind of be important to me. Like, I would. I mean, I already don't have shame as it is anyway. Like, I'd say whatever to anybody. So, like, I wouldn't be like, using that shit to get girls. Maybe here and there if it was somebody I really wanted to get with. But and I don't know, that's a douchey ass thing to do. But hey, I know someone right now who has like cancer or has some type of fucking disease and shit like that. Is like on his like damn near on the fucking deathbed and is getting with chicks who are like married and stuff. So you can say whatever you want. If that's problematic, whatever. But hey, you know, they always say fucking YOLO. What's more YOLO than that shit? It's like, hey, I want you. Let's go fucking do this shit. I'm about to die, and I will never have this chance again. I'd probably eat like stuff that I never thought I'd ever have. Like try to very expensive ass fucking steak. Go to different parts of the world and try stuff. I still wouldn't try snails because I'm not fucking eating snails. Sorry, can't do that shit. But I think normally, yeah, it most likely just be building up that year of doing things that I would have never done probably in my life, or like it would have took me a while to do, and just go fuck it. I think the big thing would be taking a lot more trips because I've been to the Bahamas, but that was a family thing. I've been to certain states here and there. I want to go out the country. I know that's a big thing to do. Is like trying to go out the country. That would take months to do. But even if it was just something in the states, trips, taking road trips, or I mean, I don't know. Who would I tell? Like I said, I tell my dad for sure. I tell my bro Norman because I've known him the longest. I would tell my dad not to tell the rest of our family. I'd be like, hey, I know this is a big deal, but don't tell everybody right now. I would tell like people who I work for, so like they would know. Maybe like I'd probably tell Darren. I'd tell Darren that I was dying, so that way he had that heads up. Um, my other job, I'm not entirely sure. I'd probably like wait a little bit longer. I'd be like, hey, just let you know, I'm dying, and this is not a joke. I am like legit about. I'm gonna be dying in like 3 months. Like I know that's fucked up too, but it's like, hey, there are there are hierarchies to this shit. Like I'm not gonna tell the fucking person like that I barely know that hey I'm gonna be dying, because then they're gonna fucking blab to everybody, and I'm gonna have everybody come to me doing the whole is there anything we can do for you? I can't believe this. You're amazing. I'm like no, and it's another reason why I wouldn't tell anybody because certain people don't deserve to know. I'm like if I didn't talk to you for a long ass time, or I didn't see you as a certain person, why should I tell you? Why should you be like first in line for me to tell, or for someone else to tell? It's more of somebody that who I actually really care about. Like the people that I care about the most, I will tell. If I really don't give two shits about you, you're either gonna be the last to know, or you will never know until you end up finding out that I died. Some of the places I would go, I would definitely go to Vegas because I still haven't gone to Vegas. So I'll put it like this: if well, that's still the year. I was gonna say if I was like turning 30, well, yeah, I would go to Vegas. I'd do the slots and stuff like that. Definitely would go to California because I did want to go to California for a bit. I would probably hang out in Denver a lot more. Um, if I had the cash, definitely go to New York, check out some shit there. Try their sad ass fucking pizza. Be like, Chicago deep dish is still better, motherfuckers, and just have a fight about that. Uh, I think is there anywhere? I'll probably go to Texas too, because I don't know why. like Texas is like the most weirdest place, but I still want to check out Texas. Like I would go to Austin and Dallas and all that stuff, and just see like how they live, because it just feels like a weird place to be. Also, someone keeps coming in and out of this stream. I don't know who it is, but yeah, it just seems like Texas just seems like a weird place to be at. Maybe we'll go to Florida. Maybe. Like probably check out Miami and see all the fucking fine ass chicks there. That would probably be the place where I would legit be like, hey, so I'm gonna be dying and try to get all those fucking like fine Cuban, Dominican, and all them chicks. Cause I'm like, hey, if I'm dying, might as well get some pussy as I'm leaving. Like fuck it. Um, Definitely go to Seattle. Definitely go to Seattle. That was one place I even thought about moving to at a certain point, like somewhere in Washington. It didn't have to be Seattle exactly, but I thought about moving somewhere in like the Washington area. But I think it's like hella expensive. But yeah, like Washington, probably Oregon, because those two towns are like big in like the tech stuff, and I'm a big tech nerd, especially with like gaming and stuff. I really think it's about it. Like it's not really. I don't know. Maybe Canada. Like check out Canada and see how it is there. See a moose for the first time or something. I don't know. Try some Tim Hortons. Mexico really could care less. I think like if I was able to really travel, I'd definitely go to Brazil. Brazil is one place I would love to go to. Oh, and statewise, definitely New Orleans, Louisiana. During during and I can't think of the fucking name of it right now. Mardi Gras, that's what it is. Definitely during Mardi Gras, I'd have hella beads, be tossing it to girls, fucking showing me their titties. All fucking that'd be my entire weekend. I've never gone to Mardi Gras. I've never gone to Louisiana, and I am part fucking Creole. And I've never been to fucking Louisiana. My fucking family is basically there. So that's definitely a place I would go if I had a year to live. Other things I would do aside from just the usual shit. Um, Probably take up a new hobby. Think of something that I will always want to do aside from DJing because now I'm doing that. But find something else that I really wanted to do. Start getting into that. Hopefully get better at it before I died. Um, Probably learn how to fucking drive a stick shift. And I know that's the dumbest thing. Like that's the most asinine thing. Like you want to learn how to fucking drive a stick shift before you died. I'm like, hey, why not? It's something. Like it at least be something. Because I honestly do want to learn how to drive a stick shift, and I feel like within that year I would learn how. Another thing I would love to be, and I know I can do this now. I would want to throw a football in Mile High Stadium, inside of Mile High Stadium. That is probably achievable. Probably if I was there, fun. What's up, Darren? Darren's in the chat. But yeah, I would love to just throw a football inside Mile High Stadium in Denver, just to be on that field. Um, Probably another thing because I never got to do this while I lived in Chicago. Actually, go see be inside the United Center. Like I've lived in Chicago since I was 19. From when I was born to when I was 19, I have never been in the United Center, the Mecca of Jordan. I've never been inside of there. So go in there, and I would want to shoot like actually being able to shoot around. One thing I definitely would want to do before like if I had a year to live, learn how to dunk. Like get in shape to dunk. I have never dunked in my life. I'm always close to rim, but I can never just. I just need that extra bit of like boost to just slam that shit in there. And like I said, I know these is like idiotic things to do. Is like this is what you would do if you only had a year to live. I'm like, hey, I am a simple dude. I'm not someone that's like, oh, I want to fucking drive a Lambo and a Ferrari or shit like that, or drive like the oldest car in the world, or you know, I'm like my life is very fucking simple. I think like job wise, it'd be legit learning how to use turntables because I feel like that probably would take me a year to actually learn probably. Um, Something else. I think Scott like maybe skydiving, but I'm not that big of a thrill seeker. It just like had to just do it to do it. I know my dad wants to do that shit. I probably do it with him. I think it's like that and like zip lining. My dad wants to do. I'm just like, hey, if you want to do it, we can fucking do this. Um, I think something else I would do would probably just like tagging shit and like actually doing real graffiti and learning how to learn how to do tag. Um, because I don't know for some reason like in my mind like tagging shit is still cool to me. Just drawing on shit that doesn't like spray painting and drawing on shit that doesn't belong to you or doesn't need to be. It's for some reason it's like the coolest thing in my mind, and I don't know why it is. Maybe because I am like city kid or whatever, or just all the movies I used to watch. Oh, it always just seemed cool as something I want to do. No, I know one big thing since I would have the time is watch a bunch of movies that I wouldn't be like I don't watch now. Like all the old movies that I never got to watch. Like actually sitting down to watch Godfather and all of Scarface, watching all of Pulp Fiction. Because I've seen Pulp Fiction, but it's bits and pieces that I still haven't seen of. Watching New Jack, like watching all the fucking like old black movies like New Jack City and Blow and all that shit. Like watching all those movies, like all the quote unquote classics that I really don't care. Like I can't be arsed to watch. Like if it's on, I'll watch it. If it's on an app, whatever, I'll probably watch it when I'm bored. So that might be something. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's like some dumb sport that I really don't care. I don't know. Maybe pick up golf. I guess I don't know. Uh, Probably try golf for the first time. I heard it's supposed to be like very relaxing or whatever like that. I'm like it's just a way for people to get trashed on a golf course. Like I see more people just having beers on a golf course than actually excuse me than actually trying to learn how to fucking you know get a better record on their shit. Somebody just sent the laugh emoji. I mean, I really wouldn't know. Like it'd be dumb shit like that. It'd just be like, well, what am I supposed to do before I die? I'm not gonna fucking go buy a hooker or some shit like that. That'd be dumb as fuck. Like, oh great, I'm gonna die and have like AIDS or some shit like that. I don't know. I would just do just random shit that I would never do in real life. Like it probably would be golfing. Um, I know one thing I would do. I would go to Six Flags one more time and try like the huge rides. I've never been on like the really big roller coasters where it's like your fucking stories high. So I'd probably ride like the Raging Bull and all those like crazy scary ass rides. Yo, I'd probably like piss my fucking pants. And I'm not even afraid of like roller coaster stuff. Like heights, yes. Like really tall heights, I'm just like get me down. But I mean, roller coaster, I'm like shit. Honestly, that might be how I die. It's like, hey, fucking faulty ass roller coaster, just fly off that motherfucker. I'm just like, yeah, I was gonna die anyway. Great run, crash. I'm so morbid. Golf is frustrating. It probably is. I don't know. People always say golf is supposed to be like relaxing and shit like that. It just looks boring. Like I would rather watch paint dry on a wall than watch like hours of fucking golf. I would rather watch. a paint dry than watch fucking like 9 innings of baseball. To be honest with you, it's so many things that I would do other than fucking what like. Notice I didn't even put like going to a baseball game because that should be too long. I'm a White Sox fan. I would love to go see the White Sox, but if I went, that's like hours and hours out of the day that I'd just be sitting there watching nothing happen. And I feel that way. I feel that same way about golf, where it's like I'm just sitting there for hours and hours. Not even sitting. Like if I'm at home, yes, you're sitting there. If you're on the green and on the course, you are standing there watching these people just do like a little shuffle, trying to get their shit, looking out. Like it's literally just it's just look down. Sorry, I forgot. This is an audio podcast too, so you just watch them look down, look to their left or look to their right, then look back down, look out, look back down. Shuffle their feet a little bit, and then they finally swing. It'd be the most boring shit ever. What's up, Coop? I see you in the chat. See you in the chat. So, as much as I would want to go to a baseball game, because I've never been to a baseball game, never been to really a lot of sporting events, I'll kind of take that off. Like, I wouldn't put that on the bucket list. I would go paintballing. That's something I really would do. I would go paintballing because I would go paintballing because I've never done that. I heard it hurts like hell, and then I would do axe throwing because I still want to do that now. Then I would do if I could find a really big place, those like disaster rooms or whatever. Not disaster rooms, but like the rec room, like where you can break shit. I would want one that is just it's supposed to be like big enough for like 10 people and pay to go in there, whether it was like 100, $200, whatever, and just destroy that place. Like just destroy it. See, like I just to see how fast I could destroy that place. Like get all the rage out and all that stuff. Something that I still haven't done to this day. Go to a gun range and actually shoot a gun for the first time. I have people who look at me as like, "You've never shot a gun before?" Like I've never had one in my hand before, and they look at me like I'm crazy. And I know it's because they see that I'm black, and they're like, "Oh, he's definitely had to hold a gun before." I was like, "No, no, I haven't. I've seen him, before, but never held one in my hand, and definitely never shot one. Because if I did, it'd be a lot of people in trouble, and I'd be in jail." So that definitely be one thing. And if I only had that year to live, I would do just a regular handgun. I would do a shotgun. If somebody had it, a fucking like a machine gun and all that shit, like an AK or something like that. I would want to try to do all that shit. Like I said, like aside from just like learning how to drive stick, I don't really care about having like an expensive ass car to drive and nothing like that. Because I don't think like a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, and none of that. I don't think it's that cool anymore. Like I used to when I was like in high school. I was like, I'm gonna give me a Lambo, I'm gonna give me a Ferrari, I'm gonna give me this. I'm just like, now I just don't care. And it's not even the fact that like I just can't afford it. So I'm just saying that like no, even if I had a million, if I had enough money, if I had Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, or whatever money times more, I probably still wouldn't buy a fucking Lambo or Ferrari. It's just a status symbol, and I'm just like I'm not that person. Give me trucks. Give me a truck. Give me a fucking like a decently souped up Impala that looks nice, like an old school like Impala or something. I'm good. I'm good. Like I'd have something that reminds me of my dad, so that'd be the fucking like some type of Chevy. I'd have like a Mustang to remind me of my mom, and I have a nice big ass truck just for me. I'm good. And then probably just like a fucking Honda just to drive like wherever I'm at. Like I'd be happy. Like I hate when I see people was like, oh, they spend all their money on a fucking like Lambo and shit like that. I'm like, that's on you. I think the most exotic car that I probably would drive is like a Koenigsegg, and that shit is way too expensive. And I know I would fuck that car up in like 3 seconds. Darren said I wouldn't fit. Yeah, I know I wouldn't fit it in. Like that's the even sadder part too. Is like they make these cars for like little people, and I couldn't fit in it. But yeah, just like if I had the cash, I would just get a decent truck, pay it off. Also, I'll put it in a scenario of like if I had a bunch of money and I was dying in a year, the things I would do. One, because say it was me right now, won the lottery, you know, it was like best day and worst day scenario. It was like, hey, won all this money, but oh, you're about to die in a year too. Let's do like I said. Let's make this like a fucking movie. So say I think the lottery is what like it's like $120 million, some shit like that, almost close to a billion. Let's round it up. Let's say it was $2 billion. I was the lucky motherfucker to win that shit, which never would it would never be me to win that shit. But got the 2 million, well 2 billion, sorry 2 billion. Did the lump sum of shit, so I probably got like a little bit under a billion. Do all the trips and shit like that. I think one big thing I would do, like if I had a year to live, pay off all my debt. And I know that's the lamest thing to say, but pay off all the fucking debt so that way they're not trying to come after anybody else in my family to try to pay that shit. Pay off any debt. Probably pay off like all the school loans and all the other dumb shit I had. I would. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way you can get like a street named after you. If there's like a petition thing or something like that. Like probably try to do that because I've like so that way people like would remember me. Like just have my last name Avenue or something like that, or even my DJ name, just like Frostbite Avenue. So I don't know. That'd be fucking cool. Um, but yeah, definitely paying off debt and shit like that, so they're not coming after my dad or some shit like that. Um, probably Probably, and I don't think I've ever done this. Like staying in like a really nice hotel, like, and I don't mean like a Marriott or nothing like that. I mean a place where it's like it's probably like $500 to fucking stay at this place. Like really like 5 star. They got room service and shit like that. Like that's what I mean. Like it costs to be in there. Like you gotta be like a fucking NBA player or some type of like athlete to like afford this place. Like that's something I would do and stay there for like a week or a month. Um, what else would I do? What's up, Jake? See you. But yeah, that's definitely something I would do. Like stay in like a really nice like 5 star hotel where they do like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they bring the shit up to your room like nice style. Like I said, well, like how they have it in the movies, where it's like the fucking like the silver fucking dome thing, and it's just like fucking 3 course meal and shit like that. Um, I'm trying to think what else. Probably driving. I would get a limo for the first time in my life. Like getting like a big stretch limo and not a stretch Hummer limo because I think those like Hummers are fucking idiotic. Like Hummers look dumb as fuck. Just give me. I just want to drive around in just a stretch. You see, lumps. Darren says lump sum on the 1.2 billion was like 400 million. IRS took the damn. God damn. Shit. So yeah, I really wouldn't have that much money, but hey, shit, 400 mil, I'd take that. I wouldn't care. Shit, if I had 400 mil, I could still do all this shit. Um, that's most than most. That's more money than most fucking NBA and football contracts. Uh, so yeah, I basically have 400 mil after all that shit. I'm trying to think. What is the? I mean, most of it is literally just gonna be going to like restaurants that I could never afford or never be caught dead in, and just trying their shit and just fucking up the entire landscape. Like I'd go to a fucking steak place. Like I think I was talking about this with someone. It's a plate or like Ruth Chris and shit like that. Go in there and getting like a fucking medium well steak and shit like that, and getting it prepared. Like I do dumb shit like that. I'd go. I'd be like, I would legit be like that rapper who just got money, going all these different places, and just being like a not a hood nigga, but just like have no idea what the fuck I'm in for. It'd be like that. It'd be like that movie with Bow Wow, like lottery ticket, where he was going to this fancy ass fucking restaurant and spent like $75 on a fucking small thing of chicken. It was like the best chicken he had in his life. Like I would do shit like that. Like I'd indulge. I'd indulge in food. I would I'd go out the country. Like countries I would go to. Number one, Japan. Always want to go to Japan. I've I know a little bit of Japanese. I can't do like fluent sentences and shit like that. I used to have an ex girlfriend who she was black and Japanese. She used to teach me Japanese. I think I even have like the notebook where she even taught me kind of like how to write in Japanese kanji and stuff like that. So that's one place, and I know that's a weird ass culture out there, but it's something I would want to do. Is a country I would visit. IRS wins the lottery every time. That is very true. That's how they're paying this national debt. You know, every time the lottery goes up, it's like, all right, cool. Someone's finally going to win this thing, and we can turn this trillion dollar deficit, down a little bit. And just like, I don't know. Maybe that's how the lottery works. It's like anytime somebody wins, and the IRS touches their shit, all that money just goes to this deficit that we owe China. That would be hilarious. It's like every time the lottery wins and you do the lump sum, that's all the money that goes back to China or whoever that we fucking borrowed money from. That's a conspiracy right there. That's a dumbass conspiracy. I'm glad that the people that watch this, like, they know I'm being funny about it. But if somebody heard this and they took it the wrong way, just like, it's a conspiracy. All the government is taking. Whenever you do a lump sum, the government, they're taking all that money and it's going to China and it goes to da 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 blah blah blah. I'm just like, thank God that one dude, Alex, whatever, is going to jail, so he can't listen to this shit and be like, oh yes, the China, they do the lottery and blah 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 blah. So let me see. What else would I do if I only had a year to live? Uh, I mean, honestly, if I was just reckless and didn't give a fuck, um, I know one thing. I would, I would get some better DJing equipment, learn how to do my shit, and then try to make try to get on like big stages. I would hire. So one thing I would do, I would hire somebody who was like good with like social media and shit like that, and just like get me racked up, so, like as high as possible, like with like showing my skills and shit like that, so that way I can get on like big stages. I could be up there with like fucking Dead Mouse, Steve Aoki, Bass Jaggers, all them guys and shit like that. Or even just like fucking rappers and shit, like do like. Being the DJ for fucking like Tyler the Creator and shit like that, or fucking Wiz, because I want to get into this shit. The fact that Wiz Khalifa, like, basically was about to fight his fucking DJ, and I get it. Like, I honestly, I get that shit. Because there are some DJs who do the most. So, like, I feel like I'd be the perfect DJ for him. Because I'm just like, hey, tell me what to play. Tell me when you want it to stop. We can go from there. Like, pay me the 10,000, 20,000, $40,000. You're gonna fucking pay me whatever. Whatever you gonna pay me, let's do this shit. But the fact that he said dude was like playing songs in the middle and doing all this other shit, and it was like, what? If he sent you the set list, just play the set list. And he's not even the first person who said that shit. Like I heard that shit from Bun B, where he was like, he'll give DJs like the death stare if like they try to like scratch and play sound effects and stuff like that. Like if it's not needed and he didn't tell you to, or if it wasn't discussed beforehand, don't do it. Don't do it. I rarely even do it when I do rap shows. And this is like local and like state, like other state shit. Why are you doing this for somebody who can literally shut down your fucking career like that? This person has high status. And plus, I've seen Wiz, this motherfucker taking like MMA courses and shit. He will Superman punch the fuck out of you. He might be skinnier than a fucking string bean, but that motherfucker will roundhouse kick the shit out of you probably. I keep like refreshing the chat, seeing if somebody sending anything. Let's see. Other things I would do if I had a year to live. I would probably donate some of the money to like child stuff, like cancer awards and stuff like that. I wouldn't run any marathons because I like I'd rather just give money. Like I'm for one, I'm not physically in fucking shape to run anywhere. I can't fucking run like 3 blocks, let alone a fucking marathon. There's like 26 point something miles or whatever the shit is. Fuck all that. So I would donate some of the money, or depending on like how much I had left, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna die. Of course, some would go to my family, but most of that shit, yeah, it would go to like child care shit, you know, like certain like cancer research. It would not go to fucking like Susan G. Komen or whatever the fuck that bitch name is. Like it wouldn't go to them because it was like y'all spent all this time and it got had all this money. How have y'all not found the fucking cure for breast cancer yet? How's it fucking taking this long? Like I'd probably be that much of a snob about it because just oh one thing I would definitely do is try to learn how to like make music so that way before I died I'd have like one song that would like hit like would top the charts. I would legit do like some rapper shit where it's like I died but here is like an album that I made like made myself like beats and all, and that was like the number one hit of like that entire year, like on some Juice World shit. Hey, what's up, Sora? Got Sora in the chat. She said they only use like 6% on research. Yeah, no, that's the problem. That's the thing. Like, they make billions. They gotta make billions. They have all these fucking charity runs and events and stuff like that. They make millions up to billions of dollars. Where is all that fucking money going to? She honestly should. I wish I had the money. Like I could buy Starbucks and just shut that shit the fuck down. Would that'd be the most maniacal thing to do? Is like I would buy this one chain coffee shop and shut the shit down. Actually, I know one thing I would do if I had the cash, and I've thought about this like since I started DJing, and I would either buy a studio or I would buy like a big warehouse to make into a club, and just call it the Arctic Tundra or the Frozen Tundra or something like that. So it's something like attached to like my DJ name, like how I have this like the negative degree. It's not supposed to be all negative shit, whatever. It's a double entendre. Don't ask me how. If you don't know that, it's a Jay Z lyric. But I would do something like that, and I would make sure it was like hella security. It would be like hella security in there. I would have like the finest girls as like bartenders and shit like that, and big ass dance floor. The shit would it would be like Fever but better. All my Wichita people, they know Fever. If you're watching this from out of state, one, how the hell did you find this? And two, welcome. Um, but yeah, I would make sure it was like a massive fucking place where it was like huge dance floor, but like bars on like two different sides or whatever. Like I said, shit ton of security. You get like it was like it'd be a dress code, so like you had to be like looking nice. Not like I mean nice like you could still like wear Jordans and shit like that, but you had to like look the part. You can't be out there trying to be like some hood motherfucker, fucking cap to the side and a fucking white tee, fucking baggy. Like, nah, we ain't doing that shit. I don't like. I know where I came from. I used to be that person where it was like, Yeah, I can't. I still kind of am now, where it's not white tees, but like big t-shirts and like saggy pants, whatever. But I never did that fucking bad. Like when I went out, it was like I looked the part. Oh yeah, I'd probably do that. Like try to find a way to like have my own like club or like my own business, something like that, and see what happened. Like another thing I would do if like, and like I said, I'm doing this like a movie. And going back to the chat, Sora said it's straight trash. Elon Musk cooking up Dr. Egg schemes. I mean, yeah, probably. Wichita hates dressed nice clubs. And then Dare says within a year, 20% full, maybe. Probably. I'm off. Sora says I'm off to get trashed. Have fun, Sora. I'm gonna I'm gonna try to get her on this fucking podcast too. Like, so if you're still watching this, I'm getting you on this podcast. Like, we are gonna do this podcast, whether it's in person or I'll try to find a way to do it like from remote. It might probably gotta get like Streamlabs or something like that. But yeah, Wichita does hate dress nice clubs, and it's sad because I do feel like now there is no such thing as like dress nice, like for either side. Like dress nice to me is like for a girl is like how much how many things of dental floss can we use to just cover up titties and vagina. That's what it feels like. It is like I see and even for guys it's just like the dumbest things. It's never I don't know. I don't want to get into that shit. Like for guys, it's so dumb too. It's just I don't know. I'm turning into my dad now, and I don't want to get into that shit. But it does feel like there is no dress night. It's not a button down shirt and like nice pair of pants or if jeans whatever and like nice shoes. And for a woman, it's nice dress or a nice shirt and a skirt or pants or whatever, and either some heels or flats. Which I want to get into this too, ladies. If you wear, and I know I said this on an old episode before. If you're wearing fucking heels, bring an extra pair of shoes. Bring extra pair of shoes. No one wants to see your fucking bare feet on the dance floor. That'll be one rule if I was able to get my own like club or something like that. It is a no barefoot rule. Always, it is a no barefoot. Like shoes need to be on at all times. I don't give a fuck if your fucking feet hurting because you got on these fucking 6-inch heels that you know your ass can't wear and you just bought like the weekend before. I don't care. Shoes need to be on. I'm like, that is your fucking fault. Bring a purse. Bring a big enough purse. That way you can bring some sandals or some flats and switch them shits. Shit, I'll have it to where it's fucking cubbies. Like it will be like lockers in them shits, and you can rent out. Like at the fucking ooh, that's what I should do. Get like an old skating rink and turn that shit into a club, and then just have the lockers in there. That'd be a decent idea. Because I see that at a lot of skating rinks where it's like you have your personal stuff and they'll give you like a locker to put it in and you just got to keep the key. That feels like a smart thing to do. It's like, hey, have a club and you gotta have a key on you, and we always have we'll have the replacement, like have a replacement just in case. Because if you lose that shit, you gotta pay for that extra key for us to open it up. Because that's on you. So that actually gave me a good idea. It's like try to find a big enough skating rink and then just turn that shit into a fucking nightclub. That'd actually be pretty dope. Take out the actual like skate rink itself. Like take out the skating part and just turn it into a straight up dance floor. That'd be a fucking great idea because they're always big enough, depending on where you go. Damn, I really want to do that now. I need to get rich sometime soon. Fuck, because that actually is a good idea. Or like have a way to where you can still have like a skate rink, but at a certain time it's just dance floor, like a like kind of how they well, it's different for when they do like basketball and hockey because the ice is already underneath like the floors or whatever. They just build it on top. Well, I don't know. That is a good fucking idea. Damn. But yeah, that's definitely something I would do. Is I said one, try to get my own club, even just like a small bar or something like that, and then have like decent people running it, and then yeah, give money to like actual researchers who want to help, like whether it's for cancer, try to get a cure for AIDS. Because hey, I know I'm a cynical fuck on this damn thing. I say a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit. I say a lot of shit, and I do it in jest. I am a decent person. I know I shouldn't say that because other people supposed to say it about you, but I'm a decent person. I care about certain people, especially when it comes to like little kids and stuff. Little kids shouldn't have to fucking suffer. Certain people shouldn't have to suffer. But hey, like that's the way of the world. So, if my last contribution to the world, if I had a year to live, it'd be having like to go to some research for like helping kids stay alive longer. I think something else I would do if I only had a year to live. I mean, probably try to get like some big guests on this podcast, but that's more of a selfish thing. Which I feel like if I only had a year to live, I feel like it should be a little bit selfish. Because like I said, I would use the "oh I'm dying" to try to get girls. So hey, that's that's definitely fucking selfish. That's selfish and it's a fucking asshole thing to do. But hey, fuck it. Um, I don't think is it. What is that I haven't done? I don't probably ride a jet ski. That seems like something that would be fun because I always want a jet ski. I think either a jet ski or ATV because maybe more of an ATV, like a four wheeler, whatever y'all want to call it. Because when I was younger, I had a power wheel ATV, and my dad used to tell me this all the time. Like I would wake up, and he'd give me breakfast or whatever, and then the first thing I would do is get on my power wheel and just be driving all inside the, driving all around the driveway because we had a big ass driveway at our old house, and that's all I wanted to ever do. And now it is like ingrained in my mind to like have that child like wonder again of just having a four wheeled thing that is not a car but an ATV and just ride around on that thing because I feel like that'd be fun as fuck. It's that part of me that is still a child that I want as an adult. That's probably why I still eat like very kid ass cereals and stuff that I shouldn't be eating anymore. But I know that'd be a big thing. Um, I already said firing, like I already said shooting guns because I haven't done that ever in life. Um, I don't know. It's really not much things. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I really don't care about going to see a play. It's I know it's iconic plays or whatever, but it's not for me. Um, Probably go. Probably, I know most of this shit. Like I said, go in New York and trying like New York style pizza. Probably go into Philly and actually trying a Philly cheesesteak because I feel like that's just the most basic thing to do. Is just go to Philly to get a Philly cheesesteak. Go to New York to get New York style pizza. The whole Buffalo to go to Buffalo to get Buffalo wings, even though that's not where Buffalo wings came from. Um, I don't know. It's certain stuff. Um, Probably actually try like certain seafoods. Like I've never tried oysters. Probably try that for the first time. Like oysters are like clams. Um, I, don't know. I think one thing because I haven't done this in a while, and I don't know where the actual biggest one is, but like going to like the biggest aquarium because I do actually do like aquariums. I know I know people think it's like jails for fucking like fish and shit like that. I mean that's the same as a fucking zoo. It's just in captures, but I mean I actually do enjoy aquariums because I do feel like that better than Um, sorry, sorry about that. Had a message, but aquariums feel just a little bit different to me because it's a different mood. And for also for one, it's inside, so it's cooler. It's not outside where it's fucking hot as shit on certain day. But you get to see a lot of different stuff. So probably just go into like a really big like aquarium and just, but probably like tripping off. Well, yeah, probably like tripping off acid. Like probably trying acid like shrooms or just getting really high, and just go into an aquarium and just seeing like different shit and just losing my mind. So that'd probably be one big thing because never had shrooms, never had acid. Probably would. I probably even if I had a year to live, I still wouldn't try acid. I wouldn't try that. I would probably just get like really high, like smoke weed, do edibles, do a shit ton of dabs, and then just go to the aquarium. I think what else? Hmm. I don't know. I think. Oh, another thing I never had, and this would be something that I could possibly do. Throw myself a really big birthday party. Aside from when I was a kid, I have never had a birthday party ever. I tried to throw one. I tried to somewhat throw one this year at Blue. A lot of people didn't show up. I appreciate the people who did come and but didn't wasn't able to stay that long. But I mean, like throwing a huge like birthday bash where it's like, yes, I am still gonna be the DJ. I'm still gonna be the DJ. I'll probably have a couple other people that I actually trust and know to be the DJ, and I mean people that I actually do like, not people that I don't like or that just like, hey, we want to be a part of. Like, no, fuck you. Like, I want people that I consider like brothers, damn near, like DJing with me. But yeah, I'd be the DJ, have like a shit ton of people, whether it's in like a packed out, like either a house party style or just like somewhere in a building and people can fucking sleep there or whatever. Or we just fucking pack this place out and have fun. That might be like the day before or something like when I die. And it's like, hey, big ass party. I'm DJing. This will be the last one I ever do because I'm fucking dying. So show up. If you don't, you're an asshole and a piece of shit. Because that's how you get them. You fucking guilt trip. It's like if like you got to guilt trip them. Be like, hey, I'm dying. This is gonna be my biggest party before I die. Come out. I'm like after this party, I am legit dying. So come out, come to this party, and let's all have fun. People will probably just show up legit out of guilt, but hey, I don't care. And then hey, we have a huge ass party. I finally had a thing where I got a shit ton of people in one place, and I've had it before where I've had a lot of people in like one place before. I'm not gonna say it's not a big. I'm not gonna say it's not a big deal because I do like the fact of like having places where it's a lot of people, or just people like because it gives you that sense of like accomplishment. But having that as like my last hurrah, hey, it'd be worth it. But yeah, if I had a year to live, like I said, it would only be. I'd probably say like on one hand, it'd be like five people who would actually know, and then other people would like find out down the line. Because that's you really know who your real friends are at that point, who you can really tell. And I can tell people like, hey, I don't want everybody to know about this yet. I want to tell you first so that you knew, but don't tell a lot of people. Like I would distribute when people need to know that information. But yeah, but the fact of what I would do, I mean, it's really not that much. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm a simple person. It's only a few things in life that I really would want to do, but after that, I mean, it's just, I mean, I really could care less. Give me some place, and I think I only said like one place I would actually go to out of the country. So, but I know I said Japan. I would go to Rome. I'd go to France. I'd go to Italy, of course. I would go to Australia, see my old boss, and then like to hang out, see how shit is there. I'd go to Poland. I'd never go to Poland. I'd go to Berlin and try to DJ out there. There's a lot of these places I would try to DJ out there too. So like Berlin, I would try to DJ out there. Japan maybe would try to DJ out there. Australia would definitely try to DJ out there. Rome and Italy probably not. Um, like certain like European states I would try to. Definitely in the UK I would. I would try to do a lot of drum and bass and shit like that just to have that experience. Um, Brazil, I know I said Brazil just to get all those fine ass fucking females. Um, Maybe Chile. I don't know. Either Chile or Argentina. Yeah, Argentina definitely. Maybe go to Africa. I don't know. Probably check out Nigeria and shit like that. See how it is out there. Um, Thailand, definitely Thailand. Thailand, China, India, all those it's a lot of places I would want to go to like before I died, and that would definitely have to be like a month within itself. I think all that traveling would have to be like within a 3 month span. Like that would like I would take in like certain cultures like a week or two at most, and then just like come back maybe I'd probably say like probably half of that time would probably be like taking trips out of the country, and then coming back, doing like tying loose ends here, doing that big party, and then just all right, I'm gonna be done. I'm done. Boom, and that's how this movie would end. Or that's how my life would end at a point if I had a year to live. Because hey, I did it. I know, and I know it's things that I probably still wouldn't have been able to do. But I mean, it's at least enough on my list to where I would feel fucking satisfied. Man, I'd be happy with that. Like as a person, as someone who is not happy that much in life, which am I happy with what I do? Yes. Am I happy of where I am? No. And I'll explain all that probably in a different episode too. There won't be the next episode. Probably the next episode I probably will do like the fucking a pets episode because y'all be wilding with pets. But it is a thing of I'm happy with certain things, but most of my life I'm not. Is the way that I am. I have spurts of what I am happy. I'm happy when I DJ most of the time. I'm happy with when when I'm alone. Some of the times I'm happy when I'm around people. Some of the times, but most of the time, I am not a happy person. I am I am just eh. So if I only had a year to live, I mean, hey, I wouldn't cry about it. I wouldn't be like, damn, I'm gonna miss all of you because it is people that I would miss. I'm not gonna say like I wouldn't miss anybody. I'm not that heartless of a person. I am heartless for certain things, but I'm not heartless about being like, oh, I'm not gonna miss none of you people. There'll be some people I miss, and I think that like that would be like that would legit be like the last hurrah. Be like, I will miss you. It'd be that scene in Half Baked with the one guy where he was like, "Yo, fuck you, you cool, but fuck you, I'm out," and that's when I should just die. Like as soon as I said that last name, like I would like be checking a watch and just like out of all the names I had on there, it was just like every single second be like blah blah blah, fuck you, da 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 blah, fuck you, blah blah, I will miss you, da da da, like blah blah blah. Like just have like an entire fucking list of like people that I would miss or just say fuck you. And as soon as I got to that last name, it's just like, all right, I'm about to die, cool, and just that would be great. This should just be a movie now. Like, could I just be in a movie? Like, I want to make this movie. What would you do if you only had a year to live? You can put it as a movie. You can put it as realistic. Let me know, because honestly, most of the stuff that I would do would be realistic, but most of it only had to be if I had a lot of money. But what would you do? Would you tell a lot of people? Would you tell only certain people? Would you only just tell your closest friends and family? Would you broadcast it out there for a lot of people to know? What would you do? You know, put it in the comments. Put it in the Discord. If you're not, join the Discord. It is Negative Degree Podcast. Join the Frozen Wasteland. We can have these conversations. We can talk about topics. We can do all of this stuff. If you don't want to leave a comment in any of the chats, leave it in the Discord. Again, it is Negative Degree Podcast. Also, social media is Negative Degree Podcast. Everything except for Instagram, which the Instagram is Negative Degree Pod. You see it on the screen. Follow it. Share it. Add it. Tell other people about it. Because I want this thing to grow. And so that way I can probably make more money. And if I actually did have a year to live, I can probably do most of that stuff. Announcements. So unfortunately, I did have a gig in Oklahoma Friday, but can't go. I have car problems. But just got told today that I will be at Fever this Friday. And one second. Sorry about this. I'm doing this on the podcast, and I shouldn't be doing this. I'm bringing my own gear. Yeah. All right. But yeah, this Friday, August 12th, whatever, I'll be at Fever. It'll be me and the homie Rosie getting down. Then Saturday, I'm doing a birthday party for Doug Richardson. He's a big homie. It's for his girlfriend. It's her birthday party. It's going to be me, probably Rosie, a bunch of other different people, other DJs there. It's from, I believe the DJs start at 8, but I believe everything starts at like 5, if I remember correctly. I'm not going to give the details to his place unless he wants to. And I don't know if he wants it to be more of a intimate thing or if it just wants like a huge bash, but it's his place. I'm not going to put his fucking address out there. That's for him. But Fever will be there this Friday. Me, Rosie, I don't know who else is going to be. Hopefully the big homie Safari is going to be there so it can be the blue crew over at Fever like I want it to be. Because we deserve a shot, and we deserve to have our names out there, especially Rosie, because that dude's only been doing shit for a year, and he has been blowing shit up. The fact he has basically a huge fan base already is astonishing. He's doing all the fucking right things, and he deserves his time in the spotlight. And I have no problem saying that at all. Like, I've been doing this for 3 years, and I'm barely at the level that he is. And as all the times that we work with each other, it's just iron sharpens iron. So I hope all the success for him, and even for Safari too, because he's somebody else who deserves his time in the spotlight. But yeah, that's where I'll be for that one. That again, August 12th. Be there at 9, so that way you can see us at 10 or whatever. I don't know when we're gonna be starting, but get there early. Pack that bitch the fuck out. Because not only are we gonna be there for that day, but we might be there on a fucking Thursday for EDM night. Which, if you come on Friday and you show the owners of Fever that you want EDM on any fucking night there, but show them that that you want EDM and dubstep and all these other DJs, so that way we can get our foot in there on a Thursday and pack that bitch out every single Thursday night. Again, then yes, Saturday, house party at Doug Richardson's place. If you want details for it, look him up. Dude's great. Haven't met his girlfriend yet, but he's a decent person, so that means hopefully she is a decent person. Sunday, August 14th, I am at the Vivo doing the Most Hated Last Dance show. It's going to be me on the ones and twos. It's going to be my homie Kyle Holly, a.k.a. DJ Three Fingers. On the ones and twos is an outdoor and indoor venue. It's going to be a shit ton of fucking artists. It's going to be a guest speaker. It's going to be poetry and R&B and everything in between. So be there. It's tickets are available. You can get them online, or you can go to the venue. I think it's like $20 going to be at the door. It was like $10 at a certain point. I think it's now 15 or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. But it's going to be some people. Then I think, of course, you already know where I'm at during the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 o'clock. I'm at, excuse me, I'm at Blue Nightclub, 10 till close. Get there early. Don't be one of those people coming in at fucking 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then try to stay until like after 2 a.m. Don't be that person. Don't be that at any bar, because you're an asshole if you do that, and no one wants an asshole. Tuesday nights, or Tuesday evenings, sorry, Chicken and Pickle from 7 to 9 o'clock, hosting Singo. You know, see, like, coming with some prizes. They give away great prizes, whether you just want T-shirts, pint glasses. Sometimes you can get Win Surge tickets. You know, I don't know how long they're still playing for. I know certain parts of the year you can get WSU tickets. You can get Wichita Thunder tickets. Shit. Sometimes they might even give you stuff to furnish your house. I've seen them give away like chairs and fucking other stuff, like other different furniture. They're giving away a fire pit, and a nice ass fire pit. Now, no cheap ass one. This shit was like, it was like tiled. It was like blue, white, and like yellow tiled fire pit. They give you like games and other stuff like that. So come on Tuesday at Chicken and Pickle here in Wichita on the east side. Thursdays at Moxie's for trivia. So you already know where I'm at for that. I'll be heckling and sassing people, kind of like how I am on this podcast. But I'm there. That starts at 7:30 on Thursdays. I actually did a little bit different. So like first half of the game, you get 90 seconds to turn in your answer. Second half, you only get 60 seconds. So it's always fun. Music is always great because I do all the music. I pick all the music up myself. It's always fun. Weekends, it always just depends. I don't have just like a regular residency somewhere. And honestly, I kind of like it like that. I like having it to where I'm in different places all the time. I could be at Blue. I could be downtown. I could be out of town, out of state, wherever. I love that. Do I want something more stable? Kinda. Whether it is like a Thursday or a Friday spot, maybe even a Saturday. But hey, I'm doing what I can. And for anyone who wants to talk shit about it, leave a message so that way I can probably kick your ass. Because most likely I probably could kick your ass. But that is going to be it. Hope I see some of y'all if you want to come see me DJ. I will probably do another couple episodes. I have figured out a alter ego of what I want to use for this podcast. So that way, I'm not just saying DJ Frostbite on this one, so people aren't just like, oh, I can't believe you think like this. I am legit going to MF Doom or Three Faces of Foley this fucking thing. So that way, you have you have three sides of me. You have, if you know me on a personal level, you know me, you know my DJ side, and then you'll have this other side. So yeah, that's why I always say it's the MF Doom or the three faces of Foley. Because like Foley, he had Cactus Jack, Mankind, and Dude Love. Doom, he had King Ghidorah, Victor Vaughn, and Doom. You know, so it was always something different, but it was the same person. But it's just different personalities and shit like that. And that's what I want for this. So probably in two more episodes, it will probably be the end of DJ Frostbite. I honestly even thought about changing the name of this because I thought about this a couple days ago, and I think I think a perfect fucking podcast name would have been A Cold Day in Hell, which that might be if I decide to do a Patreon, that might be like a extra content thing. But let me know. Again, you know where to follow me. Please join the Discord so I can have some of y'all to talk to and we can have conversations. So that way I actually have a reason to check my Discord aside from like job shit. But that'll be it. Hope everybody enjoyed the podcast. Sorry about that one. Did that a little bit too early. Hope everybody enjoyed the podcast. And as always, stay negative.